sure you have already heard all or most of these terms. Apart from pure components, even though they are labeled as components, they don't really represent the diverse types of components. Rather, they reflect our approach to working with components, whether they are class-based or functional. Let's start with presentational or DOM components, which are essentially the same thing. They are responsible for rendering UI, nothing else. They don't handle any logic, don't manage complex state. There are also other names we can find for this type of components, such as UI, display, or view component. That's not important. The point is that either class or functional component can be a presentational component if its only function is to display data. On the flip side, container or smart components take charge of the business side of the application. They handle crucial aspects such as data, state, and logic. Again, there are different names like stateful, logic, or controller components. Again, not important. The point is that either class or functional component can be a container component if its primary function is to manage the business logic of the application. A higher order component, or HOC, is a bit different. It's a function that takes a component, either class or functional, and returns a new component with enhanced or additional capabilities. Now, let's go back to those pure components. They truly represent a special type of components, which reduce unnecessary renders in our application. They use a method called should_component_update and use it for a shallow comparison of props and state. This checks memory locations, not values. If memory locations remain the same, pure component skips re-render. This sounds great and logical, so why not use it all the time? The issue arises with nested objects. Sometimes, even if the content changes, shallow comparison doesn't cause a re-render because the reference of an outer param stays the same. Pure components in React are commonly associated with class components, so they are not frequently used nowadays. However, if there is a need to create a pure component, it's very easy. We can achieve this by creating a class component that extends pure component instead of the standard component from React. The last term I will mention are pure functions. While they are not directly related to components, this concept is often mistakenly associated with pure components. So, what's the difference? Pure components, as we already explained, are related to how React optimizes rendering. Pure functions are concepts in functional programming. They are functions which always produce the same output for a given input and don't cause side effects. Advantage: they enhance predictability and testability in code.